How many pineapple plants can you get from one pineapple? Stick around, the answer might surprise you. I'll show you how and my results here on today's Homestead Healthy. Hey, welcome to Homestead Healthy. Did you know whether you're in Canada or Cancun, you can be enjoying your own home fresh pineapples? You can grow them right in your backyard, right in pots on your patio, whatever you like. Not only that, I'm going to show you how you can grow 4 new pineapple plants from just a single pineapple. So let's go in the kitchen and let's get started. If you're buying them, find 2 healthy pineapples. If you got them in the backyard, look for 2 with nice green stalks on top. Those crowns are important. You don't want the dried out, crumbly, yellow and brownish looking crowns. Go ahead and look for some fresh green tops. And you can see it's really nothing more at first. Don't slice it off, do anything special. Just take it and twist it. The crown is on very simply, and just by that simple twist, it pops right off for you. Now to get your plants, you want to start out, you want to divide each of the crowns into 4 equal pieces. Not as hard as it sounds. Take one, cut it in half, trying to get as close to that center line as you cut. Now you'll see the crown itself, only about 1/3 of it is where you need to cut. The rest is all leaves up top. Once you slice through, you want to separate the 2 halves. Now all the leaves have gone ahead and grown together, so it takes a little bit of work, but you can gently pry them apart. Once pried apart, go ahead and cut each of those sections, so in half again. And once in half, go ahead and separate that one. Once you have the 4 pieces in hand, you'll notice the leaves at the center come off very easily. Most of them fall right off. What you want to do is start peeling back those leaves, and they'll break off in your hand or pull off until you get to one that won't pull off, and that's when you know when to stop. As I was getting ready to do the second one, somebody entered the kitchen. The smell of pineapple was overwhelming, and she said, "Move." So I moved. It was time for Beth to take over. She couldn't wait any longer, and she had to peel those pineapples before I was even finished. So in quick version, here's Beth's way to peel a pineapple. Her knife skills amaze me. Not a brown spot remains. Once cleaned, she quarters them, cuts the core out right from the center, slices them up into the dish they go, and they're ready. Grandkids will be here in about a half hour, so I know where these pineapples are going to be. Gone. If you're in a northern climate and you decide you do want to do this, it is still very easy. You just have to keep them in pots, 1 to a pot, keep them out in the patio or on the deck in the summer, bring them in the winter, give them a nice sunny spot. They will thrive. I had friends up in Vermont try it, and they're growing them like crazy. So you don't need to be in Hawaii, you don't need to be in Florida, and you too can grow your own pineapples. Well, I could see my break was coming to an end. She gladly grabbed several pieces of pineapple and disappeared. Okay, back to where I was. Taking the other half of that first pineapple, I do the same thing. Cut down the center, cut it in half, and then after that, go ahead and peel those leaves off. And again, just peel them off till you get to the one that won't pull off. And there it is. So, 1 pineapple down, 4 plants ready to start. Okay, I'm pretty sure you got the idea, so I won't make you sit through the whole thing again at normal pace. So there you have it, 8 future pineapple plants. Let's get them outside and get them planted. When I first start them out, I use a very shallow pot. You can see it's only a couple of inches deep, and I slide them in almost completely sideways. I put 4 in each in these pots, but you can put 1, 2, as many as you like in these. I've been asked, why do you have to plant them on an angle? I have no idea. The person that taught me to do this technique showed me that this is the way they did it, and to tell you the truth, it works. So I may not be a botanist, but I do have the results to show that it definitely works. You can split them, you can put 2 in each pot, you can put 4, however you like. You can put 1 in each pot, do 4 pots, it really doesn't matter. The main thing here is to get the rooting system started. I'm just using a normal garden soil mix too, so no fancy mixes, no special blends, just normal out of the bag potting mix, and the plants seem to love it. Alright, once you have them planted, find a nice partial shade spot on your patio, on your deck, out in the yard, somewhere that doesn't get direct sun. These plants aren't very, very deep. They're young, They've just been torn apart. They want to develop roots. So keep them well watered, keep the dirt full, and in about 8 to 10 weeks, you'll start having your shoots show up. I give the shoots a chance to establish themselves and the roots to grow, so a good 8 to 10 weeks, and the shoots are probably about an inch and a half to 2 inches tall. Once I see them at this height, I go ahead and start figuring it's time to give them their own place to live. I've got one here. It's a little small, but just for your example, I'll show you. Carefully take them out. I'm going to dip it in water here just to show you the roots, but that's not a step you need to take. But you can see roots hanging down, roots along the back, roots on the bottom. This plant's definitely well established. So find a small pot for it. Introduce it to its new home. And, of course, give it a healthy watering. Now that plant should be good for a couple of months at least. And then once it's established and growing well, just move it to a bigger pot. But again, always being careful not to disturb the roots too badly. And you can see these two found a home. They were happy in that pot. We left them, and there they go. But just because they're in pots doesn't mean you can't grow them in the ground too. Here's one. This one decided he loved the pot, so we left him in the bucket. He's happy and growing, and we should be getting a pineapple from that one next year. Here's some that like the ground. We left them in the ground. There's no set way. Just find where they're happy and do it. Whether it's a pot like this or a pot like this one will be ready soon to transplant. Or in the ground, you can see you're going to get some pineapples. Well, that about does it for another episode of Homestead Healthy. We really hope you try this and know you won't be disappointed. Pretty soon you'll be out back picking and enjoying your own fresh pineapples by the basketful. So until next time, as we head to the beach with our fresh Bahama Mamas in hand, we're Beth and Bob, wishing you to stay safe, God bless, and once again thanks for joining us today on Homestead Healthy.